Captain's log, stardate 0822.26. Admiral Teague reporting. Looking back through the records of the USS Enterprise under Captain James T. Kirk, one incident still stands out for its mix of ingenuity, deception, and pure human folly. That affair history simply calls Mudd's Women. The Enterprise pursues an unregistered freighter into an asteroid field. Extending shields to protect the vessel, burns out 3 lithium crystals and leaves the Enterprise running on fumes. Moments later, an asteroid finishes off the freighter, but Scotty is beamed off as captain and its 3 striking passengers now safe aboard the 1701. The captain introduces himself as Leo Francis Walsh, Irish brogue and all, claiming the ladies were merely cargo, mail-order brides bound for lonely settlers. Under the formal inquiry, the accent vanished and the truth emerged. Harcourt Fenton Mudd, career con man, smuggler, and revoked shipmaster, is engaged in an illegal marriage scam on the final frontier. With power failing, Kirk diverts to the dilithium mines of Rigel 12. Mudd wastes no time. He coached the 3 women, Eve, Magda, and Ruth, on how to work their charms on the isolated miners, then struck a private deal, the crystals in exchange for the women and his own freedom. What the miners didn't know was that the extraordinary beauty was chemically enhanced by the banned Venus drug. When the truth surfaced, tempers flared. One woman flees into a planetary storm, and Kirk finally turned the tables, replacing the last pill with a harmless placebo. The radiance that made them beauty was pure self-confidence, not chemistry. Childress, the miner, hands over the crystals. Mudd goes to face justice, and Kirk offers to speak on his behalf, though Mudd himself has predicted they're going to throw away the key. And you know what? I'm pretty sure of that one myself, and sent a very strongly worded letter to Starfleet Command. It's a classic reminder that even the best starship can be brought to its knees by a smooth-talking rogue and 3 very determined, very beautiful women. So sit back, relax, pour yourself a drink, and let us do the work. It's time for Mudd's Women on Saving Star Trek. Oh my gosh, sirs and madams, our patterns were just a little bit behind the sound effect. Oh my God. Hello, everyone. Sean still has his puppet avatar.
I should leave it up for a little while.
Have fun with it. You know what? I had a pup. I didn't have a puppet avatar because basically the bottom line is I'm the one whose camera needs to kind of be on most of the time, and I just didn't have time. Mm-hmm. We have a great episode of Star Trek for you tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the log entry. You know what? Let people know we're live. Wow, we got a full house here of real great people. We got Mr. House Party 6, Lemon Pie Citrus. We have myself. I'm pretty cool too. It's Lemon. She want lemon. Buddy is here. You, of course, are here. And you know what? Wow, Ruby Hoove has left a very generous $5 super chat.
Oh, here,
Ruby
let me
Hoove,
get that.
I want to thank you. Yeah, go ahead. Fire, Sean.
Admiral Teague, incoming super chat.
I want to thank you, Ruby Hoove, for the 5 Greenlandian greenbacks. And you have a fabulous evening, too. We're going to entertain. We went on within like a couple of seconds of being on time. I thought we had a pretty tight log entry that left enough room for expansion without being too succinct. It was like the usual 2 minutes. Getting it down. What did you think of this week's log entry? Getting better, or
I think it's great. Yeah, it looks good. But I do have an idea for the poll question for today.
You know what? I couldn't come up with one, so I'd be happy to get suggestion.
I would use the current screenshot: door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3.
So who's hottest? The blonde, the blonde with the long hair, or the brunette?
The long hair blonde, brunette, or short hair blonde, or like and see results. I think that's a good poll for tonight, because
I would say door number 1, door number 2, and door number 3. But 1, we might cover them. 2, we might confuse people who come through later. And 3, it's like, you know what? You can't go wrong. So I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we can just leave this as the background, and just.
Oh, we don't need we don't actually need a slideshow, but I did make one. We
Well,
are ready to
slideshow's
go.
good. Yeah.
You know what? I found
Hey,
out
dead
that
man.
what was really going on. Hey, what's going on? Uh, what I found out was really going on is sometimes we have spikes and dips in my internet here, and there's nothing I can really do about that. And while I don't think that was the reason, when I called up my cable company to complain, they gave me a discount forever. They're like, "Sir, we can't have you paying this much money for this unacceptable service." And because there are spikes and drops where I am anyway. But what happened was, like, over the course of the weekend, every single show I watched, someone roboted out or got lost or went underwater. So I think what happened was StreamYards introduced a new feature the other day and they tuned it up. So them, not us. That's the way I'm gonna say it. So long blonde hair, red dress. I don't know if that's the one for me. I think mine is the purple off the shoulder outfit. She's really cute.
Yeah,
I
she's
like her
got that.
hair.
Well, she's got that sultry look going on too.
You know what? She is the most sexy one.
Well, see, the one in the purple is like kind of teasing you. The one in the middle is telling you what she wants. Like, there's no teasing going on there. I don't know.
The beautiful brunette is just she's undressing you with her eyes. She might actually be the cutest one. Honestly, it's like my favorite is the short-haired blonde, because she's just, I don't know, that's my type. And she's a little bit flirty and forward, but yeah, the other one, she's sultry, man. I don't know, Sean, what do you go for?
Well, I like the brunette.
She is really sexy.
Well, what about, do we do an FMK with these three?
I mean, they're all like M and Ks, as we found out. I mean, although when they come off the Venus drug, which we found out about in the captain's log, they are all like 2s and 3s. Although the one with the short blonde hair still looks hot, because she looks like Druggy Tapal, which she's like crazy hair. That was like that's what made her ugly. It's like all she needed was a comb.
And I say this only from seeing the episode so many times, I would marry the one on the left, because she's got the most sensibility. She seems the most feminine, like.
Meanwhile, she's
kind.
She's very handy. She's been through worse. This planet's not outside of what she's used to. She's going to be able to be happy there.
Well, she also comes up with an she's smart too, because at the end she tells one of the miners that, like, how to get his hands clean. Like, just put him out in the sand.
Cleaning in Star Trek.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to be objective. I'm saying she just seems like a pleasant, kind person. She's got a nice smile. She's very cute, very pretty. She's
the most nefarious one at first, because she's the one who's working Captain Kirk and bullshitting him. So we know she's a little bit full of it. But then down on the planet, like, she shows another side of herself. And yeah, we'll get to that. I have some cardinal points for this episode.
I'd marry the one on the left and cheat on her with the brunette.
I mean, yeah, of course. It's like, if you have enough of the Venus drug, it's like, babes, I think what would really have to happen here is all 4 of us together. Well, it's gonna be wild. But you know what?
We may be a little misogynistic tonight, guys. So bear with us.
We may objectify these beautiful women who were hired because they were beautiful and got paid because they were beautiful. By the way, you know what? Last week was kind of fun. Or was it Thursday? For Strange New Worlds, it was like, we had someone who, like, they had like slightly different political beliefs. No one fuck with them. It was great. I thought that was cool. They weren't going over the top with their beliefs. They're just saying things that were like out there. And what was cool was, like, when we were thinking about it, is like, was this a big deal? And like, the thought came back. It's like, you know what? Like, the guy laughed off like 5 Trump jokes. It's like, it wasn't too sensitive. So it's good.
You know what that taught me?
Star Trek fans.
You know what that taught me is a lot of the stuff he was saying. I'll be honest, I disagreed with the political takes, but it showed that there's a common ground for people to come together. We don't have to just hate each other because they don't like someone. Like it was pleasant. I'm like, okay, you said those things, but we got along. Everyone was cool. We thought we had a common ground in Trek, and it was good. We need more of that.
No, we also political takes that are like more fun than divisive. Like, let's stay away from the divisive stuff. If your political take is, I'd love it if we all got along better, and people were more. We're more united, please go ahead and say it. Like we're begging people to say it, but at the same time, if it's like we need to take everyone out and have them phasered down to their ions, there's already like a whole bunch of channels doing that. We sell a little bit of escapism, but because we're in the same world, we like to have a lot of fun, and I don't think it's a big deal, right?
Sure.
Admiral
No.
Teague, incoming super chat.
Sure.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't matter. Nobody cares.
We had to let that one play through so people could actually hear the resplendent first-term voice of the president. And we have a very generous $5 super chat from my friend Sig Valdison. Guys, this is the most money any show's made all month already. Thank you so much. You guys are so generous. I appreciate it. Important notice: pop culture is dead. Star Trek is part of pop culture. What you are seeing is memories of the heydays of pop culture. Well, Sig Valdison, they'll take this phaser from our cold, dead fingers, and Sean and I will be here with the rest of our crew, as many of them as we can get. I mean, that shuttle is overdue. As many of them as we can get, till they pry this phaser or these keyboards from our cold, dead fingers. YouTube is got their ideas. We have been trying to be compliant and just keep screwing up the quality and ratcheting down on a tighter show. Every once in a while, we'll still give you that community feeling. But, unfortunately, one thing that bothers both, I know it bothers me, and I'm fairly sure it bothers Sean, is that a show like Klobbies would be under constant trouble from YouTube and in a dangerous situation because of the warmth and the hangout window and the way that that show went down. It's like, unfortunately, it was a great show, but YouTube's moved on from the sort of we can hang out and have an unstructured talk about Star Trek. If we don't do structure, you guys aren't going to have your Saturday night Star Trek.
It's not.
It's too bad.
It's not coof time anymore. So that was appropriate in 2019 and 20 and into 21, but times have changed. But
what we will say is this: of all the people who did that, the one person who could still survive because of his density of information is Klobby. But he might get in trouble with formats. We would have to sit Klobby down and be like, "Sir, thumbnails, sir, you can't have your shows have numbered order because they're such dicks and it's so random."
It's one of the things I loved about Klobby. He didn't care about that. He liked his show the way it was.
He would have liked to keep the show on. I think he would have compromised on thumbnails, something like that. No numbers, no thumbnails.
They wouldn't have killed his channel. They may have demonetized it, but I don't think
he would have gotten demonetized.
He didn't even like getting. Now, unlike Admiral Teague, Klobby didn't like getting super chats. He's like, he didn't know how to deal with them. He's like, no, I don't like getting. He really was. He was a unique guy.
It always did stun him when I would give him a super chat, and he was always a little surprised.
I hold him. He just wanted to do the show. He did it for his absolute love of Star Trek. We are too. But everyone could. I think we can all agree. Klobby would have done the show the way he did it, whether he was monetized or not.
The other thing I'd say is honestly, I re-listened to Klobby to see his take on an episode we had already done, and we are much harsher, so it's a different experience than the first time through. But you know what? When Klobby was doing this, Star Trek was much more recently under attack, and there was no end in sight. It was only after we lost Klobby that light at the end of the tunnel was seen. If only a few more weeks, and he could have seen Star Trek United. I can't imagine how excited he would have been. I think that this is our way out. I think this is our way forward. And tonight we have one of the very best episodes of the original series. And you know what? Like, we can't be legends, but you know what? Not everyone can follow Hendrix at Woodstock, but someone has to. So here we go with our episode.
Real
Hello.
quick,
Yes.
before we move on, I'm going to put you on the spot here live. We are doing a show on September 8th, are we not? We have to.
Yeah, we're
Tuesday.
doing,
It's a Tuesday, September 8th. That's the date of Star Trek's birth. We gotta be here.
We will do like the Man Trap again.
Well, let's talk about. I have some ideas. I
fucked up the poll again as usual. I'm gonna have to redo it. Okay. I'm so dumb. All right, yeah. And you know what? The next patriotic holiday of Labor Day, I kind of thought about maybe doing Patton, but there's a bunch of patriotic holidays, and
we do need to do part
major work. But that is the thing is that is such a major work that I would be willing to say, like, you know, if you want to hold off a little longer and do it on a different Star Trek day rather than on the patriotic holiday, to give it a little more time. And then finish it on like Veterans Day. Wow, that would be something, because Veterans Day is Patton's birthday.
It's my dad's birthday too.
That would be awesome. I mean, did he like Patton, the movie?
Oh yeah. Yeah. He loved it.
It's, you know, it's a hard movie not to like. And before the age of sci-fi, this is what you got, like plane's eye views of them strafing guys, people falling under tanks and almost getting all their fingers chopped off and somehow surviving. That was one of the most insane things I've ever seen in a movie. And then to find out that it was a mistake when Tom told me, I was like, you gotta be kidding. So blonde red dress. People understand that one. There's only one brunette.
Well, red, green, or purple. Why don't we just go red, green, or purple?
You know what? I can do both. Purple rain, purple rain.
They're all beautiful.
You know, one of the coolest things I ever saw was when I was in college. There was the men's choir of Harlem. There were just these old black dudes who reinterpreted modern songs, and they were the men's choir of Harlem, right?
I bet they were good.
Not only were they good, but their choice of songs was awesome. It was like 4-part harmony with like some backup singers on top of it with real music behind them, and they're like doing an almost near a cappella Purple Rain, standing in the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. It's really good. I mean, you know what? We came up in a time with really good and creative music. We got Resolute out there. Rez,
Admiral
hey, my man.
Incoming super chat.
Thank you so much for being here in the chat. Germ may be able to beam on board before we're done. Not overly likely, but we could always hope so. Dead Man with a very generous $1.99 Greenlandian greenback says, I number my show number. I lost track. Oh, okay. So you don't know which. Okay. You number your show number, but you lost track. Here's the thing. Numbering your show is like unwanted scrutiny. I would just warn anyone that if you want to number your show, number them. But like, if you start getting to like, like Teague's Hangout, like 765, it's not going to look creative, and you're going to draw scrutiny, and you may get gigged for no reason. There were other channels that got gigged for good reasons. There were some that got gigged for no reason. The one thing that they all had in common, whether they deserved it or not, was they presented YouTube with a bunch of really baffling, really, really strange signals where YouTube didn't know what to make of them. And one of them is super long longs, which is why we try to keep away from it. But guys, you know what? I don't know what to tell you. Go ahead.
On the one hand, numbering them can tell new audience people like, wow, this show's been going on for a long time and might be good. I think the good sweet balance might be do the number
every 10th
number on milestones. Like your your 100th show, definitely 100th show special, 200th show special, something like that. I think that's okay. But when you like 542, 540, yeah, maybe you can change the thumbnail and just put the number in the corner, but don't allude to it in the title. That's fine.
Guys, thank you for the likes. Keep them coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And here's the other thing also. This is going to sound insane, but understanding that it is that it's the same show with different names also helps. Like Streaming for Vengeance and Teague's Intense Talk Show are pretty much the same show, but having two different titles and two different sets of branding really just keeps things, calmer. Although
it also depends on your mood.
It does depend on my mood. And also, I would say this Teague's Intense Talk Show is usually more movie reviews. If it's a movie review, Streaming for Vengeance doesn't seem to make sense for me. Streaming for Vengeance is usually when I go into meme copium mode. We've got a lot of people here. You know what? Let me welcome our wonderful fans. You guys are the best. It's great to see you.
That is funny, though, Dead Man. That is a funny way. Number, I lost track. That is funny.
That would be, honestly, it's like I lost track. I think it's number 17. That would have like so much more personality and like not get you in trouble, although it's long. One thing they try to tell you is keep it below 60 characters or it gets cut off. So like you want to get your point out right away. So here we go. We got John the Beagle Dad. Scott V, hello. Welcome to you, sir. Sci-Fi Sith Dan, Resolute Germ, Buddy Hepburn. Sean is here with me. Lemon Pie, Citrus. It's good to see Lemon Pie. Lemon Pie has been coming around for as long as I've been doing this, and it's great to see Lemon Pie and other people who've been coming around like John. And you know what? We also have Ruby Hoove. Thank you for the generous chat. And Sig Valdeson. Thank you too, sir. And you know what? Pop culture
Admiral
is
T,
in fact dead.
Incoming super chat.
Whoa. You guys are being really generous. Resolute Germ with guys, give Germ a like there on that one. Sorry I can't be there for this great episode. Have some money. You know what? Thank you so much. You know what? Germ's just trying to push us over the top so he activates this bonus. If we make a certain amount, Germ does get a bonus because he is such an important part of the show.
For every $5 we get, Teague doubles our salary.
That's right.
Oh,
Admiral
well,
T,
she's here.
Incoming super chat.
Well, my good friend, thank you. Your guidance and your wisdom has helped us on our way. Well, she says to us, response to Sigvaldason, pop culture is indeed dead, but given the way women, given the way of men, there may still be caves for thousands of years in which pop culture's shadow will be shown. Time is a flat circle. You know what? Well, like somewhere there's like a bunch of like half-dressed kids with like a wicker thing on with a torch, and they're like, we're looking back now into the past. Remember this. They'll be doing that with Star Trek long after all of us are gone. They can't reboot it. It's starting to make me wonder. I think what's going to happen is a whiff or like a kickback on the movie, kick it back a year or two, and then maybe if they push it too fast, it could really whiff. What they honestly need to do is a moderate cost, sensible approach. What they need is they kind of need Star Trek United on TV to pump along, be a quality show, and show people what there is to Star Trek, like going back to the original continuity, going back to the original writers. I saw a lot of people when I retweet Star Trek United, they're not aware of this. They're like, fuck Star Trek United. We don't want to go back and do more prequels. And I'm like, this was a different prequel before even the BSG prequel. It's a better prequel. These are good writers. They were the real Star Trek writers. The prequel wasn't exactly, done to death at that point. And this is always a high quality view. Like you might want to give it another watch. And the person was like, I hadn't thought of that. You know what I mean? So we're happy about that one. And she got his 2 cents in. And by the way, did you guys see Avengers Doomsday? Someone put Chuck Norris in the meme, Chuck Norris into it.
Oh, God.
I mean, if someone's going to end the world, it'll be Chuck.
Yeah. Maybe we could talk about this on the anniversary. It would be a good discussion to have. But I think the best thing to do for them would be to do a very tight and concise sci-fi driven miniseries to bring it back. And you can do that with United. You can do a
I would
5
believe
or
it's
6 episode
yeah.
miniseries, wrap up the Enterprise story, give us the ending we deserved, let us see the birth of the Federation, and they could end the miniseries with "and the adventure continues." And
Would
then
you
that
double the actors for the end of Enterprise, or would you pick it up with the new cast where they are right now?
I'd bring some of them back. I would definitely bring Trip back and fix that god awful mess.
Well, I'd bring a lot of them back. Jolene probably would probably be available like via telescreen or like her voice communication. She might.
Yeah,
do
you'd have to
that.
throw the character in there. Definitely, you got to have Connor Trenier because he was such a good buddy with Bakula, and maybe I mean, I don't want to get too deep into story ideas, but a mini series is a way to do what they're talking about. You can't relaunch Star Trek doing movies. It's not a movie based franchise. You earn the movies through the TV series that are successful.
And they have to be tightly coordinated. They can't be in totally different places at totally different times, except, it worked during the Next Generation because that first movie franchise was so strong. But if you don't even if you're going to try to throw them into different time frames, coordinate hard. Like, don't contradict each other. Don't make people wonder what is what. There have been too many different worlds for too long. Star Trek was one group of creatives under several different licenses to free themselves from the problems of if one project failed. It was done in a rather intelligent way. So at any rate, let's talk about this wonderful episode of Star Trek now that everyone's kind of stumbling in, and maybe we'll get some more people later. We're hoping for Mark and JT. And you know what? You can tweet out that we're live and tell your friends about us. The end of the teaser. The Enterprise extends its shield around the freighter it's been chasing. And some of did you notice that there were lithium crystals, Sean, not dilithium crystals? Yeah. So we're getting there. We're getting our language. You know what? I'm going to tell you something this might be a little crazy. Is it possibly acceptable that there are also lithium crystals that are part of the interphasic chamber?
I don't know if I'd go that far. It could have just been their shorthand for it. Let's just go with that explanation.
Well, you know what? You're right, because most of the time we hear it, it's like they burned out a lithium circuit, sir. So I could see how they would be saying it that way if it was something common in their world.
It could be that the circuits that work are made of lithium that are powered by dilithium.
That could also be true, or we could have like a different problem altogether. Because remember, once we refine this, and we don't know if it was retcon, but once we refine this, the thing that Star Trek Discovery forgot is you do not need the lithium crystals for warp speed. Zephram Cochrane had none. You only need the lithium crystals to focus the reaction. You focus the reaction,
I see
and
it more of
go faster and be more efficient. Warp 5
it's
is
more
possible
efficient.
them.
Yeah, I think it's more efficient. You could definitely have antimatter
higher
reactions without even today. We could create
it focuses the reaction. It's like they never explain it more than that, but the lithium crystals are not part of the reaction. They focus it. It's the only thing strong enough for the matter antimatter to be filtered through in some sort of lens-like way so that it can be mixed. And it's like this beyond diamond surface that's part of our space magic here.
We've got a good explanation here.
Hey, PCAT. It's great. PCAT knows what he's talking about. He's probably right. What does PCAT have to say?
Says supposedly a scientific consultant told the writers afterward that lithium is real, so they came up with dilithium, so it would come off as something futuristic, and that does make sense. Lithium is third on the atomic scale. It's a very common element, I believe, right? Isn't lithium number 3?
Yeah, lithium was it's a common medication. It's like people with depression sometimes are given lithium. If I'm not incorrect, I'm not a doctor. I have to keep saying that, even though I know I'm probably right on that one. Lithium is like a real medication. It's a salt. So dilithium was just better. And I hear down the line, do we ever get trilithium? I think is that, or that's the
Yeah,
resin he's behind in the engines.
Oh God, trilithium was mentioned in Starship Mine. That was a good TNG episode where Tuvok was a pirate and they're trying to steal trilithium, which is a residue of the dilithium reaction.
Yeah, it made sense.
Then in Generations, it comes up with it now will blow up a star. So they screwed up. They screwed up so bad. That's why Generations is
the only thing dumber was the
horrible.
cold fusion device that actually was cold and froze the volcano in Star Trek Into Darkness. That might have been a little dumber.
Yeah, but yeah, trilithium has been mentioned a couple of times.
I'm so happy
my lithium.
Who is in my head?
Hey, Mr. House Party 6 is here.
You know what? You might be able to get some brain from one of these crew members. That's all I'm going to say. And then Mr. House Party 6. It's good to see you, sir. You know,
Mr. House Party 6 is like in every stream I ever go to. I love Mr. House Party. He just shows up. He says hi. He drops likes. He says hello. So, hail.
He lurks a lot. You know what, Mr. House Party 6? Let's get in touch and talk. I know you don't do X, but like hit up one of my Gmails, the one that you have. I'll check them all. And what I'll do is we'll figure out a way to get you in for like a hangout Rockford Files watch. I think Sunday nights for a little while, we're all going to watch the Rockford Files together, and there just won't be a lot more to it. And that'll get people excited and oriented for what I think will be some enjoyable reviews, because right now is the time to make them, because right when things are going to when they're going to start squeezing my my change purse, my Apple bag will be under pressure from a platform of a certain kind. Then we will have a new show that people are interested in the form of Rockford. All right. Well,
Quick question, Admiral.
Go ahead.
For you, Rockford Files, best opening theme ever? Yes or no?
It's pretty close, but the thing is, it's a better opening segment than the theme. And what's shocking?
No, I mean the song. I mean the song.
Yeah, itself. It's not my favorite song by that theme writer.
Okay. Oh,
yeah. My favorite song by that guy is Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Ah, okay. I love Rockford Files. It's got country, it's got rock, it's got so many genres are in that theme song. It's great. You can't help but just start tapping into it.
It's a great song, and the thing is, it's a better opening segment than the song is, but the song was an actual hit. What is it? It's a mini Moog synthesizer, and they synthesize the sound of a harmonica because there's a real harmonica in there too. And it's two themes together. And I saw an interview with Mike Post explaining. He's like, let's say we see Rockford. He's like, and then we see his dad. It's like, bam, 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 like the other Rockford part. Hey, Trek reviewer, Muppet Teague Ops, wrong episode, LOL. Yeah, you know what? Like, we joked around enough, and it's good to see people stumbling in. Don't worry, if you're here later, we chapter these, so you will have a pretty good idea. That's like one thing that I have learned how to do really easily and really quickly. Sean, don't tell anybody my secret to chaptering, but the chaptering shows up within a few hours. If you want to just listen to it raw, bareback it, so to speak. You know what? You just use the you just go ahead and watch it. But by the middle of the day, what I've done is I've defanged it with commercials, because they won't drive anyone there if there are commercials. I defang most of the commercials. My belief is 5 per show. I think that's fair, especially for a 3-hour show. 5's enough. You're here for less commercials than you get on TV. But I will say this, if you want to buy Star Trek, like, why don't you go ahead and use the portal here to buy some videos or any DVDs, because I get a little bit of that, and I would make up for never running AdSense Live, something I won't do to you guys.
Admiral Kickback.
Like, you know what? If I'm going to buy anything, I'm going to go in there and get it.
No, you know what? No, it's true. Like, and the Admiral is being very honest here. He does get a little bit of bump from it, but if you want to get the episodes, and physical media is important, you guys, it really is. I need to up my collection of it. Why not do it here?
Also, the other thing would be this: if you like kitsch and fun stuff, I do too. Like, I'm addicted to some stuff. So, like, if I find Star Trek outfits or Star Trek T-shirts or Star Trek stuff that's of a lower price, it's like, yeah, like you could get the DVDs here. They're like $126. If you have the money and you want them, go ahead and buy them. But there's also like a $19 T-shirt that's really fun. I only put in things that I would want myself. I don't waste your time. So that being said, let's talk about Mud's women. Here they are. They're the focus of our episode. We had a new ship in the version that we had, in the version that they gave us. It's been remastered to a degree. Hopefully this week we have enough bandwidth to do this. My thought on this one was, one, everyone else had a problem last week. Let me put your comments on screen in some degree, and we'll be checking with them from time to time. Here's the just so you guys know, if you're here for the first time, we do like to include the chat, but here's the thing. If we're not interesting first, if we don't have a conversation worth following, we won't have interesting chats to go back and read. And if we only read the chat, we get reduced to message board readers. So what we try to do is this, and I like to think I do a good enough job at it because I'm starting to like really concentrate on it, and I've been practicing it for about 7 or 8 shows now. I like to give the chat as much attention as one full panel member.
That's a good approach.
That's all I can do. Like, the show has grown a little larger than some channels. I still really super care about what you have to say. You guys can, you know what, if you watch the uploads, I always try to feature some of your comments. Like Kal-El got like 2 in a row because he was like slaying it. I think Mr. House Party 6 got one at some point, and I know that Headcase got one. What happens with that is, like, it started with like there was like some good analysis going on, and Sean was like cracking up, and there was no context because the analysis was about like someone dying. So what I did was I put the comment like front and center to show, like, and it did a great job of showing the nature of our show. It really helped us out.
Oh man, you guys, I mean, you guys are great. Like you guide. Sometimes we'll divert our conversation to a nice tangent and then back into the show. And some of the stuff you guys say is so funny and so knowledgeable too. Like RTNZ is a veritable cornucopia of Star Trek.
And Mark Harkness is great. Kal-El is great.
Everyone
is
great.
Yeah. You know what? I don't want to leave anybody out. These are the people who are really great with the info. Just off the top of my head, I would say Scariff, Scuttlebutt Podcast, my good friend. It's great to see you. We have to get back together soon. Let's get on during the week when I know that I have a day to do it. Maybe we'll do a weird day. I love Scariff Podcast. He has the best view and info on the Disney stuff that you guys love too. P-Cat's here. He knows everything about Star Trek. He's going to keep us honest. Our good friend, John the Beagle Dad. Scott V, the Trek reviewer. Buddy Hepburn. Sci-Fi Sith Dan, Lemon Pie, who's been here since day one, Mr. House Party 6, a great friend of ours, the Dead Man 79, Ruby Hoove, Sigvaldison, Resolute Germ, and RRTNZ. Well, one of the panel is part of the chat, so it's even smarter than usual, but you guys really are the most brilliant chat, and you don't have to watch more than a few YouTube shows to know that if it's a good show, they have a great chat, and if they have a great chat, they can rely on it to give them the info. Critical Drinker just takes for granted his chat's going to give him the answer, and they're never wrong. They don't even contradict each other. He just gets the right answer like 50 times in a row. It's like complete confirmation bias. Like 50 random super nerds like think this. Anyway, guys, hey, RR, it's good to see you. He's saying many thanks to Sean Carter. The last person who referred to me as a cornucopia said I was a cornucopia of bullshit. So that's definitely a compliment. You were a cornucopia of Star Trek enthusiasm and one of the most outstanding and upstanding citizens on the final frontier.
You know what I gotta say, Welsh? I mean, like, and I've said this before because, like, you always seem to come up with takes and observations on Trek that I haven't considered, and they're always like they make me think, and it's like this was so great about Trek. Like, you can have all these different opinions coming in, and you can have them change. You can just look at things a little different. And Welshie, always delivers on that. And
You know what?
It's great when you're here.
You know, it might be like a really good variation from chronological Star Trek that gets gigged that would still be really great. The audience would love is best of chats left behind. And I'll listen to like the last 3 shows and I'll just look at all the chats that either were really great or that we didn't get. And we can do a whole show on those, I mean,
Yeah.
we have riffed on people's chats for like 20 minutes, which is something we were told we kind of have to stop doing. You know what? We're not going to stop riffing on really good chats. We're not.
No.
And this show is already looking like it's going to go a little long. It's pretty earned, but we're on.
Well, we haven't even started.
So yeah, let's start. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's move through the events rather quick and get to the moral dilemma. This way we can make up some time. Look, this has a great teaser. We have a new ship fleeing from the Enterprise. It looked like a Type J freighter to me. I wasn't sure. Did you have a chance to run the schematics?
Oh gosh, I forgot the line. It was like
it's a Type J freighter, and it's heading towards asteroid field 35, which, as we know, 34 or 36, you might be okay, but 35, absolutely one of the absolute worst asteroid belts out there. Sean, I avoid asteroid belt 35.
Yeah, I do too. I like belt hook and weave ones, not the little clicky kind.
Yeah, I take the beltway. Anyway, mid act 1, Scotty, and Kirk and everyone are engaged in deep teamwork. Spock, McCoy, they're all, talking, interacting, making evaluations, doing what their part of what their part of the mission is. Kirk is chasing this freighter and it looks great now. I think when we first saw it, what was it? Just a spinning light, right? It was like a little point of light out there in the distance. Now we have a ship with nacelles that's like bobbing and weaving and trying to get away. It doesn't hurt. It also makes Captain Kirk look much less flappable as this thing is like flying like crazy, and he's just like got his back to the screen. It's like ready for him to pull out a cool.
Are you trying to show screenshots right now, or
probably should advance it? Yeah, you know what?
Because we just see the UFP. We're looking at the NX-01 mod. Oh, there's you.
There is me.
You gave yourself Vulcan ears. I didn't even notice that.
Romulan ears.
Oh.
So here they are, Mud's women. Kirk on the bridge, Spock giving him vital information. They're working together as a team. It's a real good teaser. And by the end of it, what happens is they have gone into this asteroid field trying to get away from the Enterprise. You can see like one of the asteroids coming into frame. I really just didn't spend a lot of time on that one. Quick slide. We beam off the first one, of course. Coward Harry Mudd just leaves first. And he takes his good long time, very casual about all of this as their ship is being destroyed to save his. And they beam off his crew. He's like, they're more sort of freight. And he's faking an Irish accent. Francis.
I think he uses
Liam
the word
Francis Walls.
He uses the word "mi cargo."
Mi cargo. Yeah. Liam Francis Walsh is the name. Do you think he ran into Scotty and he's like, "Oh, he's got a weird accent. I should do a weird, unbelievable accent too."
Yeah, it's hard to like Mudd in this episode with that hat. He's definitely better in I'm Mudd, I think, but he's a little off-putting here with that goofy hat and his arrogance kind of here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's being just a Federation super criminal, and he's kind of a real wanker. So it's not too cool how he's handling it. And guys, I'm realizing now. Apologies, I did not set up the Rumble, so I'm just gonna remove that one. Oh my gosh, you know what it is? I'm on. I think I'm on 2 different YouTubes at once. I'll just, I'm gonna end that one on